Wah wah. What's going on? Welcome to Crenshaw Chronicles. This is the Sunday Reset installment of the Crenshaw Chronicles. I'm your host, you know, all wheel drive live, and we tuning in today. So I missed last week, but I was in San Francisco. I actually just edited a video today for like that vlog. So last 2 weeks has been crazy for real. Like I think for me it was unisense. And why I say unisense is basically in the last 24 well in the last 2 weeks, in less than 7 days, I've been able to see like both sides of my family, but like the full family all at one time. And I personally have never been able to do that, like in my time being on this earth. So being able to see them, one on a good note, the other on a bad note, but um I guess the transition and the passing could be looked at as excuse me could be looked at as a, I guess, a bad thing, but I would say what I did, I kind of explained it last time. I just dropped a podcast episode from the last stream, but make sure y'all go check it out. I'll show y'all in a little bit, but basically, um, what I was able to do for her, and like that time before she passed, and like the process of her passing, I feel like that was a good note, and that would be something that, I could look at, and it doesn't bring me any sorrow or sadness. So, um, yeah, I had a cool 2 weeks. Like I was off 10 days. Um, no, I was off 12 days. Like that's the longest I've been off of work in a long ass time. Like I don't think I in the last 3 years I don't think I've taken a vacation. So, uh, this year I've been back outside and back to the basics. But yeah, bro. Um, mm, but I thank you guys for coming out today. You know, showing love, becoming a part of the guys' favorites. That's my community chat. So make sure you go tap in. I'm still working out the little kinks. My alerts, having like the stream bot drop like my Discord and all of that type of stuff. I'm still like, I'm still working on it. But man, I do got like a good 2 weeks. Like a good 2 weeks. So I do want to like get into that. But reset. So why I call these resets or Sunday resets is because Sunday is typically the start of the week. That's the first day of the week. So we usually work Monday through Friday. So when you want to go into the week, you want to make sure that you're tackling it correctly and that you're rejuvenating yourself to start your week so that you're starting off at a, I guess, at a better pace than, you know, not doing what you need to do or taking care of the things that you need to. So that's why I kind of created this Sunday reset. And, I know a lot of people aren't going to tune into like positivity or things that are actually going to be productive for them. But I feel like because I'm introducing myself to the internet as a information creator. Like, I don't have a stigma or a gripe against like the term content creator, but I don't feel like I'm making content. I feel like I'm creating information for like whoever needs the information. And I'd rather give the information and allow the information to be in the atmosphere than not give it and just hold it, and somebody that could have used it, that I personally already use it but don't necessarily use it often, somebody else in a situation that is different from mine could use it way more than I could. So I label myself and I introduce myself as a information creator. But yeah, bro, it's been a wild 2 weeks. Like, let me break it down because I think the last time I streamed on Wednesday of the week of the 6th, and I was babysitting my nephew. And it's crazy because my nephew, like when I look at his life, there's certain like major aspects that have changed, or well, that are like different for him, that um may not be like my specifics, but basically from right now to birth, all of the structures and setups of like his life is kind of reminiscence of like mine. And it's like crazy because it's like my little brother got the kids, even though he's not here no more. Like, he was the one that got blessed with the kids. I'm still 30, no kids. So my brother didn't get the type of upbringing I got. And I think that was what was his self-destructing um self-destructing attribute that he was lacking. So since he didn't get the type of structure, the type of visual, the type of representation, I think now on the other foot in the next generation, like his son is getting what he didn't get, and I'm basically re-raising my little brother again. Um, I don't know, bro. Like, I think it's crazy sometimes when you really think about it. Like, when you think how death can be, or how things can change with death, I think that's always just interesting because, like, let me not jump. Let me just start from. Let me start from San Francisco. So we go Thursday. Thursday we catch a flight maybe at 10 o'clock. So we get to San Francisco maybe around like 11:30. So, black truck, and we just mobbing through the city, like. And I haven't been to San Francisco in maybe 20 years, so like 19. Because the last time I was in San Francisco, it probably was like 2007. So it's been a minute. So, and it's been a minute since I've been out there, and I've never been out there as an adult. So I don't know what it is for me. Like, I love going to another person's city and just mobbing through their city and learning their city. Like, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because I'm from LA and I already have a certain understanding and viewpoint of like life. So when I go to other places, I like to acculturate to these places that I go to and kind of gain a more worldly perspective, I guess I could say. So I'm in San Francisco. It's beautiful. Like, my uncle had made a joke when we was out there, and he was like, I was born handsome, not lucky. And I just thought to myself, I was like, damn, I was born handsome and lucky. And the reason why I say that is because for 5 days while we was in San Francisco, so from Thursday of like the 5th to Monday the 9th, it was no less than 70, all sunny, no clouds, no rain, not cold. Like it was beautiful the whole like 5 days. But then like to actually have my family and no messiness. Well, a little, but like nothing too crazy to where like it just kind of threw off the whole weekend. But I ain't gonna lie, bro. If I ever move to San Francisco, I'm going to be in such great shape without a gym. Cause when I tell you, bro, it's nothing but hills, like steep ass hills, like straight incline, bro. I think my first day there. Hold on, let me look. Let me look, gang. I think my first day there, fool. I took 2,000 steps. I took 2,917 steps, bro, on my first day. Then the next day, I only took on Friday. I only took 12, but that's when we did a tour. So we had did a tour through like the city because the wedding was on Saturday, but we basically had like an itinerary for like the 5 days. So the first day we all get there because my uncles and my little cousins and their wives they flew in Wednesday. So they got there Wednesday. I got there Thursday with my mom and my nephew. So first day we just kind of walk around because we're in the wharf. So we go and we give my uncles like their first taste of In and Out. And I mean, I feel like In and Out is a delectable that like only certain people can enjoy. Cause I feel like with In and Out, like me being from LA, like I feel like I can kind of speak on In and Out without it being slander. And I can say like In and Out just kind of give me 50-50. And why I say 50-50 is because like when you go to a burger spot, it's all about the burger and the fries. So if you don't have the burger or the fries, then it's a wrap. But if you have a good burger, you can overweigh the fries. But I ain't gonna lie, you can't have no bad burger. But good fries can save you because like people love French fries. And I say like with In and Out, like if you don't eat their fries as soon as you get them, they're boof, like Booferton. And I don't know, bro. I don't like them. Like I really just do not like the In and Out fries. Like without like I don't know, bro. It's like you could put the little salt on it, but it just I don't know. They say oh because it's real potatoes. Like I don't know, bro. It's how they make their fries. Like their fries just be so cardboardish and like bullshit. Like they don't fry them hard enough or like they don't let them. Honestly, I think I know what it is. Like they don't do like Five Guys where Five Guys will cut the potatoes and then let them kind of like rinse, but then soften them up from like the water, then fry them. So then when they actually harden, it's actually like a more firm potato. Cause like when you don't do it and you just cut it and you just fry it, I feel like it just gets soggy from it not being like smoothing out, I guess, or like boiled a little bit, or like I don't know. But yeah, like that's we took them In and Out, and they liked it. I don't know, like I'm just not an animal style type of guy, like, cause it's like you putting all these condiments to make this shit better because it's so trash. That's how I just be thinking about shit, like food, like if you have a steak and you have to put like A1 sauce or any type of sauce like on a food, that means the food is terrible. Like yes, like it's good to have options and like not have to be monogamous when you don't have to be. But I don't know, me being a chef or not even being a chef, but me knowing how to cook and really knowing how to cook, I find it disrespectful if I make you some food and you ask me for like condiments to like eat my food. I'm not gonna lie to you. I be on some Gordon Ramsay shit. I might come smack that shit out your hand. Like, nigga, you don't want that. Fuck you mean. Like, fuck you mean, nigga. You need some A1 sauce, or you need some steak sauce, or you need some barbecue or some ketchup. Like, nigga, man, don't ever disrespect me like that. Fuck you mean, like, nigga. Fuck you mean, nigga. Don't ever disrespect my shit, nigga. I put heart and soul in this shit, nigga. Real hard, nigga. But yeah, so all right, so we're chilling in the wharf. We're just like walking around. Like we go to like the actual pier. We go look at the seals, and like that's like pretty much like day one. Like just walking around, just seeing what's what. But what's crazy to me now, because I feel like the older that you get, the more that you relearn about yourself or understand about yourself. So something that I've experienced in like my adulting is that I have a photographic memory, and I never knew. Like I just did shit and I just did shit. Like I just figured it out. But like I never thought to myself like, wow, how can I like remember stuff like this? Or how can I like let me give you an example. So I'm in traffic Friday coming back from the funeral, and I'm on the 405. I'm pushing. It's traffic though, not bumper to bumper, but like 15 to 25 miles an hour. So boom, I just happen to look to my left, like in the oncoming traffic, and I see this like black Tesla, but like I see this face like behind like the glass, and I'm just like, I look, I'm like that person look familiar. So then I look at the license plate. So I'm thinking, I'm like, let me make a phone call real quick. So I call somebody, they answer. I'm like, what you up to? Nothing, just got off of work. I'm like, oh, you on a 405? Yeah, how you know? Oh, I just seen you. They like, they like, what you mean? You just see me? I was like, what, going north or south? I'm like, oh, I'm going north. I'm going to the crib. They was like, what you mean you see me going northbound? I was like, oh, I seen your face behind the tent. I, I just, I just had a feeling it was you, so I called you, and yeah, you confirmed. They was like, that is fucking crazy. Mind you, like the lady I'm talking about, like she's a cop, so so I hit the recon on the cop. She was tight too, cause she was like, "That is fucking crazy. Like how you could just pinpoint me out, like in traffic, going the opposite way, like behind tent." So boom, like I'm going through the city and I'm like learning it. Like Friday, um, Friday I'm really trooping because like we're going on this like tour through the city. So we see like the painted ladies, we see like all these different artifacts and like statues that like were made out of like what is it? Fuck. Like stage material. So basically, it's like a statue that's like around like a pond or something like that. Like I can't remember exactly like what it is, but like it's a statue that that they built. I want to say in like the 80s, but it was made out of like stage equipment or stage like stage design. Like it was stage design type like infrastructure. So it it couldn't last. So I think after a little while, like they started putting like rebar and concrete to like actually keep the structure like solid. But then like they made it. Then what was crazy is they said it was like 4 blocks long. So now it's only like a block. So they said that they took those and moved them like in different parts of like the country. And I think it's crazy that we really like share different agricultures like in in the world, or like we share certain aspects of like our history with like other places, but then that becomes their history. If that makes sense. I don't know. I think I might be, you know. But yeah, so uh we go through this tour, like, and we got this tour guide that's from the city. So he's like mobbing through, and like, so I asked him, I'm like, being able to take people on this memory lane of your history, what would you say is like something that is sentimental to you when you think of like your city? And he was like, I think it's Golden State Park. Cause like in the park, these niggas got bisons. Like they got like 40 bisons just like on the yard, but like you got to make sure like your dog is on the shit, cuz like dogs be trying to charge at the bisons, but like bisons like they not like cows. They're more aggressive, I guess. So like the dogs be getting bucked at by the like the little by the bisons. So boom, like we go through this tour. Like I'm seeing these different little things. I'm taking these little videos, just taking in the aesthetics of like the city. And I thought it was interesting that the mint where they printed money originally started in San Francisco. And that like there was this miner that during the gold rush, he was, I guess, buying all of the equipment and then selling it for the high, because like he was telling, like he went and told people like, oh, there's gold, but like in the process of that, like he became like the first millionaire through like the gold rush, but never like drilled or like found gold. But what's crazy is that like him taking like a $5 like shovel and charging people $30, like on the back end, he had a wife, he had kids, like had a family, and like he would trick on them, like buy them whatever they wanted. They had a good life, but then ooh, oh shit. So man, woo. So man, um, oh shit. So what happened was, he's doing all of this stuff. So he started making bad investments. That was like the start of his fall. Was buying these certain businesses, but still like tricking on his family. So basically, what happened was he made these investments. Some of the investments panned out, other ones didn't, and he took major losses. So it was a point where his wife divorced him, took all his money, the house, the kids, and he died broke, homeless. And it just goes to show you that, like, karma a motherfucker. Like, karma is really a motherfucker. And that's why, like, in your adulthood, it's on you to, I guess, right your wrongs and clear up your karma so that when it is your time to transition to whatever place, life, however it goes for you, you want your heart to be light and pure. But that comes from doing the work of righting the wrongs that you've created and, I guess, overcoming those. And some of those, like, you just gonna have to just take and you just got to be accountable for it. But it's just all about the process and the accountability that comes from it. So I just thought that was crazy because it's like you can give everybody the world, but when you need them the most, they're just going to leave you. And it's like that's a sad reality that we like unfortunately have to like manufacture our minds to think about. But we just all got to just do better. Like we know better, so we just have to start doing better. And I don't know. So Saturday we hit the we hit the hold on one second. So Saturday we hit the we hit actually no. Saturday we didn't have nothing to do. So from 8 in the morning when I woke up to 4, I basically had like a free day. The only bad part was I had just paid bills. So I didn't have no extra bread for me to like give up. So I wasn't able to do too much because that Friday was first Friday and a tradition in like the Bay is it's like I don't know, it's like just going up on a Friday, going up on a Friday and first Sunday, and it's just good vibes, good energy, good people, you know, having fun, like just everybody got paid, everybody got their money, like it's supposed to just be like an outside type of day. So I wasn't able to do that on Friday. So Saturday, like I wake up like 8, or really like at 6, cause I don't know what it is. Even on vacation, fool, like I'm going to wake up at 6, like, uh, and then like have to force myself back to sleep. And hotel beds, like you get good sleep, but I feel like it's only like a 4 hour period of sleep that you can get that's going to be like amazing in a hotel room because I feel like anything more than like 6 hours on vacation is criminal. Cause it, but I mean it depends. I can't say that Cause like you're supposed to relax and you're not supposed like, and that was the thing. Like we had these itineraries, so like it felt like we were working. And so Saturday, like I woke up and I just mobbed through the city. Like I'm just in another nigga hood, just trooping. So like I grabbed my headphones. Like it's a nice morning. It's like 69. Sun's out. Like the buildings are I guess bloom, like not blooming, but it's like it's a morning aesthetic with like the sun like hitting off the buildings and like just the trees and just the hills and like people like starting their day and moving around. And I don't know, like it was a vibe, bro. So I go get lost because that's just something I do. Like I just get lost. Sometimes I even get lost in the city. Like I be in LA and I just be driving different places, finding different pockets. Cause it's like LA is so big, but it's so small. But it's like it's so many pockets that I still don't know about or I'm finding as I go. And I think that's just because like at a point in time, LA was super segregated. So we only stayed like where we were supposed to stay, and we only went places that we knew people was at for us to go there. So for me, like I never like Glendale, Eagle Rock, and like all of these like valley areas that's outside, like that's east of like I know I'm sounding crazy right now to people that don't know LA, but outside of like what the typical valley is, which is like Studio City, North Hollywood, Van Nuys, Sherman Oaks, like all of these areas, like I didn't know nothing about like I knew Burbank, but I didn't know like what was on the other side of Burbank. Like like I drove past it, but I never had been in like the city to actually like understand the aesthetics or like understand like the aesthetics. So so while I'm in San Francisco, like I'm just mobbing, listening to my music, like just looking and just like and learning honestly, cause um the little crooked stairway or street, I found out that's like it was like 10 minutes from my hotel, and man, like for me to get back, I ended up taking like all these hills and walking down these hills. Man, my Achilles was on fire, bro, when I got back to the hotel. And yeah, I mean, one thing I can say I didn't like was I feel like me being in a party of 10 to 12 or 13 people and us being like black people, but then my family being like East Coasters is the service was like kind of ass. Like we all like everywhere we went, we low key got bad service. Like we went to this Mexican spot on Thursday, and when I tell you, like it took them an hour and a half to bring us food, and then it took like an hour for them to like check us out. I think that was like the craziest thing, cause then like they ended up like uh 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 moving our bill down because like of the service and all the stuff. Cause then I don't know what it is. I think it might be LA, but anytime I go to a Mexican restaurant, they give us chips, bro. We had to pay for like chips and salsa, and like I got this beer burrito. It was fire, but I don't know. I think my first couple days out there, my body was adjusting to being in a different environment, so I didn't really have no real appetite. So I only really ate like half of the burrito, and then I just tucked it, and then I ended up killing it like the next day. So like that Saturday, we're starting to get ready for the for the wedding, and in the process of getting ready for the wedding, we we start getting dressed, but we have to be there at 4. So no, we have to leave at 4. So I start getting dressed. I put together this. So I start putting together this this suit earlier that week. So I had this suit that had the not pinstripes, but it had like the squares embedded into like the jacket and the pants. So it was this gray and black with like blue accent suit or two piece. So it was a jacket, a sports coat, and the 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 slack, but they were like tailor slacks. So the colors for the wedding were purple or like light purple. So I went to J.C. Penney's and grabbed me like a little purple button up, and then like this blue, purple, red, and like different floral like paisleys tie. And man, fit came out cool. I think since it's not my day, I don't want to go too crazy. I don't want to do too much because it's not about me. But I feel like I dressed it up like pretty decently. I ain't gonna lie. So um, we get to the thing. You know, I'm recording, like working on like my little my little vlog, just capturing the moments, so I can always I don't know look back at them. So we get to we get to the I guess where the repast is going to be before we like go to the church where the service is going to be held. So we actually on the tour, like on that city tour that we took, we unintentionally drove past it. So we actually kind of seen the area that we were going to be going to. So um they have to give us cart rides up to like the venue so that we can like go watch the wedding because it started at 5. So, you know, all my uncles they got their suits on. My little cousin, my grandpa, like we just all suited and booted. So we suited and booted on our way, and my cousin, his wife is I want to say like Middle Eastern. So you know, it's this black and brown like aesthetic wedding, and it was nice. Like it wasn't too big, it wasn't too small. Like it was very like intimate and like together. So um, we get back. So for the repast, first meal, I'm starving because we weren't going to be able to eat until like 7. And mind you, like the venue, it was on this Navy base that's like by the wharf, and like from where the ballroom or like the main room where like we would sit and have dinner and like the dance floor and all of that, like this place you could see the Golden State Bridge like through like these big windows. They were like 20 feet tall, but you could see like the the Golden Gate Bridge like in the background. Like I ain't gonna lie, they did they big one as far as like the service, picking the specific people that like were part of their groomsmen and bridesmaids. Like even my aunt who wants to like marry me when I get that opportunity. But it was nice. The food was I. Like I had this steak, and it just needed to be pan seared. Like it was cooked cool. Like the inside was cool, but the outside it looked ashy. Like it just like it looked like they just baked it, but they didn't like put it in the pan to like actually like fine tune it. So you know, 4 out of 5. I mean, 4 out of 10. But Sunday we went to Alcatraz, and what's crazy is that I never put two and two together, but when I was playing COD, I I was looking when we got there because we get to the boat tour because our boat tour is at like 105. So we get there, we wait and get on the boat, and so we get into the water or into the bay. So we're like like is it dry? Yeah, driving through the water, and you see Alcatraz because I've been seeing Alcatraz like this whole week or these last 3 days. So like we're on our way to Alcatraz and like you just see like this prison that's just in the middle of nowhere, just on this rock, and like there being uh 5 people to ever escape from this jail, and like they built this jail to house criminals like Al Capone and the Birdman and like all of these like crazy like background like convicts, and like they was telling us the stories of like these certain people, and like they was telling us about like the people that escaped because people only think when they think of Alcatraz, they only think of Al Capone. They don't really think of all the other stuff. So being there and doing some more walking, you know, I was able to learn about these different people and like these different aesthetics and stuff. So it was interesting. I ain't gonna lie, it was real interesting. But then it was like I just kept looking. I'm just like, damn, bro, I already been here without being here because I played this on Call of Duty. I'm just trying to play Call of Duty, and like it just felt